Hello guys, welcome to another exciting edition of the Changing Voices Show. I am your host, Toye Wariboko. In today's edition of the Changing Voices Show, we have a guest, an elegant lady, the lady that serves the best seafood in the city of Port Harcourt and Nigeria in general. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome on set and in the studio, Miss Onyinyechi Goodrich Dimkpa, the CEO of Chopit Foods Nigeria Limited. How are you?
I'm fine, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You look you look like Chopit today. You look like food, basically.
Yes, so Chopit.
Wow. So, when you welcome, tell us about you. Let our viewers get to know you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my name is Onyinyechi Dimpka. I am from River State. And like Tony said already, I am the founder of Chopit Foods Ng, which is located in the city of Port Harcourt. So I am 28 years old. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And I finished at the university, Niger Delta University, Wilberforce Island, Bayelsa State, where I studied English and literature. So that's about it. That's about it.
Wow. Now, it's amazing that we have someone who studied English and literature who should be contributing to literary works in society, now a food vendor. How did you get into the food business, Oye?
Okay, so the food business for me, Chopit Foods Ng started as a joke. I always say that. Okay, so it started about 6 years ago. That's about 2017. That was after my youth service. Right, I just come back from service. I was super excited to be in the labor market. I wanted to do something. But then I also thought that, okay, let me just do something as a joke and so that we get married, sharp. You know the plans that we always have. And then I just wanted to do something whilst I was waiting to get married off to my Prince Charming. But, okay, so I just thought of it, okay, why don't I sell snails? So I started off selling snails. I would ask my mom. My mom is Bayelsan, by the way, so I would ask her to go to the bush, meet farmers, collect snails, and bring to me. I would, clean it. I had to learn the process. So I started doing snails. I started making it. I would take it to the people I see around and tell them, oh, I sell snails. I would like to try, that kind of thing. So that was how Chopit Ng started, right? I just didn't want to remain at home. The thing with staying at home after service, your parents expect you that you'll be doing something.
Yeah.
So that was it. So I just started from there. And then I got a job. Very funny. It was a very funny situation. I got a job. I was still doing that. I didn't want to stop because people were already calling me like, hey, madam, you look like the snail that you sell. How people say that. So I was like, okay, I could just be doing this on the side whilst I'm working, right? So I started working and I would make snails, take to work. Force my colleagues to buy like this. I will force them, even if it's not somebody's birthday, I'll tell them I'm giving it out for free, but they have to buy one or two, so I started from there. Then I realized that I wanted to do like protein. I'm a huge fan of protein. Like I love to eat meat. Look at my body, you will know that I love to eat meat. So I started with snails, then I went on to chicken. I started doing chicken, I started doing goat meat. Then I just, for some reason, wanted to do like something that wasn't the regular thing you see, right? So I went to the market one day and I saw that they were selling crabs. And I was like, oh, these things, I know that I used to eat them like when I was really small and all that. So I bought the crabs. I tried it. It tasted really nice. I added it to the snails. Okay, then I went online. I went on YouTube and see if there was something already in existence like that, And then I realized that there was this other thing they did, prawns. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, my mom is Bayelsan. And in her part of, like the part of Bayelsa my mom is from, they always eat this thing, opuru. There's this soup they eat with opuru. It's ogbono soup, but they use opuru to make it. And those opuru are like prawns, but then they're like smaller crayfish.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was super excited because I thought it was that thing that my mom used to make ogbono soup, and it was very nice. So I just bought it. I cleaned it. I said, okay, let me try. I tried it. It looks beautiful. The color orange. As you can see, I'm wearing orange because the color of crabs and prawns when you cook them is like orange, and it's so beautiful.
Very
it was
inviting.
so beautiful. Like I just couldn't like stop like thinking about it. I was like, oh no, this is it. I am doing this. I'm definitely doing this. So that was how Chopit Ng started. So.
Right now in the city of Port Harcourt, Chopit Ng is more like, it's growing into a household name. You even hosted an event sometime in promotion of your brand and bringing other food vendors together. What inspired you to do that?
Oh, basically, that event is called the Chopit Seafood Fest, by the way.
Yeah.
Was hosted last December. I had done one before, like one edition, but it was really small, pretty small. Okay, so I realized that a lot of people were doing food events, Bole Festival, you know, doing all manner of food events.
Yeah.
But then no one was promoting like our seafood culture.
And this is basically the base of seafood.
You know how people say river stage, riverine area? This is supposed to be like where we have different kinds of fishes, different kinds of crabs, periwinkles, you know, all those kind of seafood. And then we don't even have a festival for it. So I just thought of it and I'm like, okay, it's almost like I'm not the first person doing like seafood, but then I'm like the first person who has really promoted seafood because that's basically all I do, right? Yeah, so I just thought of it. I'm like, okay, if I could get the biggest lobsters, get the biggest sizes of crabs, get the biggest sizes of clams, oysters, fishes, you know, and you know, bring them together and invite people to come and eat, it would be a good idea. So I just spoke with my friends, a few of them who are event planners, M&N, you know, Kameva. I just spoke to them and I told them, please, can we do this? How possible is it for us to achieve this? I am the seafood guru, I'll bring the seafood. What can you do for me, you know? Yeah. So I did that, invited a couple of people. It's a ticketed event where people get to pay, you know, you get to pay a certain amount of money for your food. Oh, wow. Yes, you get to pay for your food. Then you come in, eat whatever you want to eat, you know. So that was what I did. And the inspiration was from like, you know, having other festivals and then not having seafood. I just wanted people to come and enjoy sweet, yummy seafood. So how did it go? Oh, it was fantastic. It was, I'd like to consider it as my first time because like I said, the very first time I did this event, it wasn't recorded. It was when I started my brand. So I don't want to even count that. So, but like doing this one was like the first time, and the turnout was amazing. Like there were a lot of people. There were kids who love seafood, who wanted to try it out. You know, it was amazing. The environment was just perfect. I had family, I had friends. And it was just Chopit serving all the food? Yes, it was just Chopit. No other vendor. No other vendor. It perfect monopoly for you, you know. I know that. It was just because we were promoting seafood, right? So I couldn't have thought of a better way, you know, to do that. And especially like trying to promote my brand, I wouldn't have thought of a better way than to gather my customers together and intending and prospective customers to come try out what they would want to buy in future from us. So that was it. Let me ask you right now that you've been in business for like 6 years there about now. Yes. And then I'm sure that there are 1 or 2 challenges you may have experienced in the course of this doing business. Can you highlight a few of them and possibly how you got by? Oh, okay. Before I say this, let's just know that there's nothing in this world that doesn't have challenges. Yeah. But there's nothing good that doesn't come with challenges. I'd like to say even the bad things come with challenges, right? Yeah. Okay. So when I started Chopit Ng, like I said, it started off as a joke. I like to say that it started off as a joke so that you can compare from when I started till now. Yeah, so you know there's a big difference. So when I first started Chopit Ng, it started as a joke. And I didn't think I was going to put my whole heart into it. So I wasn't prepared for the challenges. I wasn't prepared for what, you know, the things that may come, the obstacles. Yes, exactly. So I just did it like someone who wasn't relying solely on it. Remember I said I was working when I started it. So, but now going into Chopit Ng fully, like 3 years ago, I went into Chopit Ng fully. I discovered that to run a business, a seafood business, you need lots of money.
Yeah.
I know you need money, but to do anything else, but you see this one, the cost of preservation is high, first of all. Sometimes the seafoods are not in season, they're scarce, so it's a bit difficult, you know, getting them. Yeah. So that's one of the challenges. Money, it's capital intensive, like you need a lot of money, like not normal money. You need oil, like better money, and then I didn't have that, right? So what I gave myself as a solution to this was like, I tried to take one step at a time. I know how many people would have done this business. Well, we're not even talking about other people right now, it's about me. So, but then I like to just, you know, place it side by side. Some people will do business with plenty of money and then in 3 years they are, you know, but I gave myself 5 years to gather customers. So for me, number one, you need lots of money. That was one of the challenges I faced. Secondly, not a lot of people know this kind of business that I do. It's not something that is everywhere. So getting, what's it called, labor. Yeah, like trying to employ people who know. I think it's like the regular cooking of soup. A lot of people know how to cook soups, cook this, cook that. But the cuisine I'm trying to, you know, like promote, grow. Yes, not a lot of people know it. So the whole idea of teaching people, not a lot of people want to learn. Even the ones who, who want to learn, they don't have, like they have to maybe either go back to school or go back to do something else. There's no interest. You know, so that's like another challenge.
Labor is a basic challenge of the business.
Thirdly, getting people to accept what I do. Sometimes people call me, hello madam, please, yes, I want to buy seafood, but I want it with rice. And I don't cook rice. No. I do protein, basically protein. You want to eat crabs. I don't know why people find it strange for someone to just sit down and buy a bowl of crabs, sit down and crack it, and they find it they think it's a big deal, like they think you need to eat it with soup or rice, and that was the narrative I was trying to shift. Yes, from. Exactly. Because for me, growing up, I saw my dad buy a bowl of crabs, you know, make it as pepper soup, just chew the crabs, drink the soup, and that was it. So that's another challenge, trying to get people to get used to, you know, people like to condemn what they're not used to. Yeah. So it was really difficult for people to accept it. But then I think I have tried to some extent to, you know, make people turn to my side now. I've brought them over to the Chopit Ng because when they have the Chopit Ng experience, they don't want to go back. Wow. Trust me.
Wow. Wow. Yes. So, congratulations on being able to successfully win over that much clientele that has kept you running in business.
Yes,
it's indeed a good one, and it's not easy. Do you understand? Yeah. So, what personalities or who are your target audience? Who's Chopit Ng for?
Okay, this is really tricky. Okay, so when I started Chopit Ng, the whole idea, I love pepper, by the way. I love peppery, spicy, extra spicy meals. So when I started Chopit Ng, my whole idea was to, you know, make people love pepper like I do, or at least meet people who love pepper like I do. And then, you know, we're in this riverine area, it's always raining, the weather is always cold. You know, I always advise, instead of going to do something, you know, eat peppery food. It will solve all the problems when it rains.
Really? Like what kind of problems are you talking about? I don't know. So the rain causes problems. Is it like flooding problems? You know?
Yes, the flood of children.
Oh, the flood of children.
So I always advise that you eat peppery food. So because of that and my love for pepper, I just wanted people to enjoy, people who like peppery food, I just wanted them to enjoy what I enjoyed. Right? So my target audience are people who like peppery spicy meals, peppery and spicy meals, like extra spicy meals. But then, of course, you know, there has to be like some exceptions. And then I also, my business is for everyone. Nah,
Okay.
right. Okay, but while in the process of trying to start up my business, I went online and I realized that all the videos I saw were people in fancy restaurants,
Yeah.
eating exotic, like very nice
Meals.
trays of seafood. And then, I wanted them to I wanted to create a situation or like an environment
Right.
where even those who didn't have so much could enjoy seafood. So when I started my business, you could get seafood as low as 2,500, 500 naira for prawns. Oh, now I can't say that about that now. Now it's way up, and we know why. But then when I started, I wanted everyone to be able to enjoy it, irrespective of your
financial status.
Yes, exactly. Your how else do I put it? So I even cater to children. Children love to eat crabs. Funny enough, the whole activity around biting crabs, cracking it, they love it. And then the sauce is really amazing as well. So then you see them, it's so spicy, but they don't want to let go of the food. Like you see them eating it, it's so delicious. They keep eating, and then they're crying, "Mommy's peppery, mommy's peppery," but they're not letting it go. Let it go, my dear. No, mommy, I'm not letting it go. It's sweet. So I basically want to cater to everyone. I know they say everyone cannot be your target market, but I want seafood in River State here to be accessible to people at like very low rates. You want to do Chinese restaurant, go ahead and do it at your own time. But then you want to enjoy seafood, come to Chopit Ng.
Wow, lovely, lovely. Now, we're going to digress a little and talk about a little societal problems. You see, you mentioned that in the course of your running this business, getting skilled workforce, or even if unskilled workforce, dedicated workforce, has been a challenge for you.
Yeah.
We know that there's a plethora, an abundance of young ladies out there,
Yes,
even guys, and of course the economy is not a favorable one. How do you advise them? What advice can you give to them? Are you ready to take on some for trainings? Are you ready to take up interns to help create skills and talent in these young ones, and also to help your business?
Yeah, like I said, that's been like one of my biggest challenge, trying to get people like labor, like to keep the business going.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people don't want to work. Maybe they're looking at it I don't know the perspective they're looking at. I can't say for sure. Maybe unlike me, who started from small, they just want something already made. They don't believe in the growth process for a startup like mine, right? Maybe they want somewhere that's all rosy when the days, some days in our business, some days are not like, not just our business, everywhere. Some days are not so
functional.
Yeah, exactly. Some days you have a lot to do, other times it's slow. I feel like a lot of these people don't want to be seen in such environments. They want to be in a place that's always bubbly. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what is shaping their narrative, but then I've also thought of it that creating a platform where people can come and learn and work would be like the best solution. It's not something I have tapped into yet, but it's something I would definitely want to work on. Yes, I would do that. Have interns come learn, work, as a process of like learning, and as a process of like me giving back to society. People who are just through with secondary school, those are like the perfect set of people to work with.
Wow,
yes.
that's indeed lovely. Now, let's not forget that this madam seated here, who is in charge of seafood making, delicious seafood production in River State, is also a graduate of English and literature.
Yes.
How has that helped you run your business? Right now, there's a popular saying that school is scam, last education is scam, because a lot of young people are thinking of this make it quick get rich quick syndrome and they're involved in all kinds of rubbish, So how has your education helped your business?
Oh, well, I would say that for the kind of brand I run, I have met like different works of people. And then I just imagined somehow I wasn't knowledgeable about certain things.
Yeah.
How would I have been able to communicate with these people? They're not small people.
Oh, wow.
They're like big people, right? But then I run a business, so everyone is equal to in the side of my business. But then going to school has shaped my mind. Sure, going to school shaped my mind into understanding that you have to be a creator of something.
Wow.
You don't always have to follow in the footsteps of people. Like, you can create something and let people follow your footstep, right? So regardless of my education, which is nothing compared to a lot of other people who have gained like different educational achievements, so my education is nothing. I know that people say school is a scam. I used to say that a lot because of the condition of the country. You know how you spend so much money going to school only for you to use that degree to come out and make more money. I used to be of the opinion, in short, I don't want to share my opinion right here, but my opinion has been something else. But then I just realized that my school has given me like the edge, yes, has helped me in what I do right now in several ways. If not, how else would I be communicating? How would I have been able to read? Most of the things I learned, I didn't even learn, I didn't go to a culinary school. I had to read up so many things about what I know right now. I had to read them up. I had to research on my own. So imagine I wasn't all that educated or knowledgeable. Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought into that. Like, I would have been waiting for someone to show you, direct me. But then I didn't have to wait for anybody to direct me. I had to learn by myself. I had to think fast, like put one and one to know that, okay, this is the reaction that I'm getting from this thing. Yeah. So
make a bold statement now.
Education is not a scam. You need to go to school. You need to go to school.
Hello, folks. Wherever you were watching this interview, education is indeed not a scam.
No, it's not.
It's something that will help you wherever you find yourself. We encourage you from the show, the Changing Voices show, to always take your education seriously. Now back to the show. Oi, making so much money. Living la vida. Right?
Well, people like to think that it comes with making so much money. No, there is no so much money, honestly speaking. There should be so much money, right? Yeah. Because of, seafood. It's already termed like an expensive delicacy and all that. But the efforts and everything you put into it, you will be drained. Being an entrepreneur is not something, it's not easy. Some days you're fully loaded, other days you are drained. That's one of the perks of, running a business. So
I understand. It comes. The good days are there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes the bad days, but whatever, you keep pushing and rolling. You know. So, where do you see yourself, like in the next 5 years? Where do you see Chopit? Not just yourself. Where do you see Chopit? Well, what's the vision, the big picture? Okay,
so I know I haven't said this here. Chopit actually started from my parents' kitchen. And over time, I have grown, like Chopit Ng has grown into its own space, like no longer in mommy and daddy's kitchen, no longer in the kitchen where you just cook and deliver, like focusing on the online business. Now Chopit Ng has a home where you can now, come in and eat. So my picture for Chopit Ng is to be one of the best. I always say one of the best. I don't like to see, I like to see myself as the best, but then I know that of course there'll be other best people, right? Yeah. So I want to be at the top, one of the best seafood exports and imports. Like I want to be importing different kinds of seafood and exporting already made food outside the country. That's what I see for Chopit Ng. I want to have an outlet where people can come and have fun, enjoy. You know the joy about Chopit Ng is when I see people eat their crabs and break the bones, like not the bones, like the back.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it bone because it's not really bony. Yeah. So I want to see, that's the thing that gives me joy, right? So 5 years from now, I want to own the biggest restaurants where people can come in, eat, enjoy themselves. The standard not drop but getting higher, you know. Some people when they get bigger, they begin to drop standards. I don't want to be that. I don't want Chopit Ng to even be that. 5 years from now, we want to be like the greatest import company. Sorry, not even company, like brand, you know. I want people to want to come and learn. Like if you call seafood, Chopit Ng should be like the number one place that you would mention. Even right now as we speak, if you want seafood in Port Harcourt, River State, we also, you know, send outside River State. Chopit Ng is number one.
Like the name.
Yes, the name.
The go-to name.
Exactly. The moment you hear Chopit Ng, you already know that you want to eat something extremely delicious out of this world.
So the Chopit Food Festival.
Yeah.
Are we expecting it again?
Oh yes, yes. One thing about me is I hate to plan a lot.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm one of those people that won't plan so much, but then when the day is near, I just do boom, I just do like amazing jobs with my team, you know. So, but
the wrong way to go anyway.
I know, but then it has always worked for me.
Okay.
Yes. Too much planning, you know how they say, there's this saying, too much planning is spoiled, too much like...
So many cooks spoil the broth.
Yeah, exactly, you know, that's saying. So I don't want to plan, I know planning is a good thing, right? But then by December, I'm hoping to have the next edition of the Seafood Festival.
Okay.
I haven't picked a date yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, one advice Changing Voices show would give to you from Prodigy Media is that you'd have to change your strategy and plan better for maximum impact.
Yes,
you have to start
saw
planning
that coming.
early, you know. It's been an awesome time, wonderful time talking with you.
Yeah.
We believe that this interview alone cannot encapsulate all that you do and then capture Chopit. So there will be future interviews when the need arises. We'll call you. But then again, how can the audience get to meet you beyond where we are now? How can they reach you? Do you have like social media handles where they can get in touch or contact with you?
Oh yes, I do. Okay, so my handle on Instagram, sorry for Chopit Ng, is at Chopit Ng on Instagram. On Twitter is at Chopit Ng. We also have a website, www.chopitfoodsng.com. You can find us on Google as well at Chopit Foods Ng, you know. So we're everywhere. You're everywhere we go. Everywhere you go, you have Chopit. We also have a physical outlet that is going to be opening soon in December. It's located in Rumaholu, number 4 Inze Close, Rumaholu. Rumaholu is around Rumokoro access, so that's about it. My phone number is everywhere. I am everywhere, you know.
It would be nice to drop the phone number just in case.
Oh, okay. So the phone number is 070-8784-5520. I'm going to take that again. 070-8784-5520.
All right. Thank you very much, Oyi. It's been a wonderful session, viewers. We're sure that you would enjoy this interview. Always subscribe to this channel. Follow Chopit Ng on their handles and do business with them. Support the businesses in River State, support Nigerian businesses, and let's all grow together. Thank you and have an awesome day.